So I'm wanting to try out a Valentine's Day look with the new eyeshadow, and also talk to y'all a little bit about my journey with the law of assumption. So I first learned about the law of assumption, I think, towards the end of high school. Me and Sunny Kaylin, we would like talk about the law together, because she was like super into it. And I like tried my hand at it, but it wasn't something I was like seriously committed to. So I've known about it for a while. I just haven't really like looked into it until a couple months ago, and I got into it because there's a pretty big life event that happened, and I was just really like upset by it. Like, my self-confidence was shot. I didn't feel good in myself, and I was like, I can't keep living like this. So I sort of threw myself into the law. I was watching a lot of like Sammy Ingram and some of the other leaders. Some of the other like coaches. There's one Hyde, Hyde. She's like super cool. Anyway, so I got into learning about their stuff, and one of the first concepts that's covered is the concept of the self. Like, how you feel about yourself, what you think happens to you, and why you think those things happen to you. So there was a pretty deep dive on that in my psyche about, okay, why do I always feel like this is happening to me? Where did this like belief first come from? So dealing with a lot of childhood trauma, the law of assumption builds a lot on like psychology, like a lot of the psychology I learned when I was in college. Because one thing that you learn when you learn psychology is the idea of like core values, which are the thoughts and beliefs that are at the core of who you are. They build your worldview. Your core beliefs are the glasses that you filter everything through. So that's every interaction, every conversation, every book you read, every ad you see, every song you listen to, every TV show you watch, every video that like comes past you on your fucking TikTok algorithm, right? It's all filtered through your worldview. And your worldview can have good values. It can also have bad values. Unhealthy humans have unhealthy core values. So an unhealthy core value would look like, oh, good things don't happen to me. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. I'm not strong. I can't do this. I can't handle things. And a good set of core values would be, I am strong. I am competent. I am confident. I can handle when bad situations happen to me. I'm smart. I'm capable. I'm enough, right? So basically, the self-concept teachings that are in or taught in the law of assumption goes back to like the psychology of like core beliefs. So I started working on those a lot, and then I made a list of things that I wanted to manifest in 2025. One of the main ones being a better self-concept, because keep in mind that all throughout my life, all throughout my childhood, I had a very low sense of worth, a very low sense of self. And that all sort of came to a head in college with my like mental health issues, and also just like growing up in a world that wasn't built for me. In the world, I mean like the church, like the Apostolic Pentecostal Church, the cult. It just wasn't going good. So that was one of the main things I wanted to focus on manifesting, was my sense of worth. I also wanted to manifest my car, because I've been without a car since I moved here. And I thought that I had worked on manifesting that, but as I will let you know here shortly, I was not actually manifesting it. I thought that I was, but I wasn't. I was just sort of, because the whole point with manifesting is like your thoughts build your world. There was a CIA document that was released in either the like mid to late 80s. There's this other channel that I'm watching that's actually covering that right now. She's Manifest It, Finesse It. And she's covering the CIA document that was published. And in it, like in this like CIA like official government document, it's talking about how your mind is the absolute. Whatever you think you're going to see, you're going to see. And that very obviously is plainly, like, you can see that in people that have like negative self-worth. They think that everyone hates them and that they're so annoying and they can't have good relationships and nobody wants to support them. And those are the people who don't have a strong support system, whether it be because they're always fucking complaining about not having a support system and it annoys people, or people like they have a lot of backstabbing, things like that. Like, you can very clearly, plainly see that in the negative. But it also applies in the positive. If you think that everyone loves you, everyone is going to love you. Because if everyone loves you, you're going to love everyone. And that's just, like, it's a self-feeding cycle. So, yeah. Your mind is where reality actually happens. And that's where like, the life that you live on the outside, it's built in the life that you live in the inside. So, on the inside, your thoughts have to look like what you want the outside to look like. Like, a train isn't going to drive without a conductor. That's something else. I think her name is Gaia, Gaia, whatever. That's something else that she says in her videos. So I've been like super into that. And I want to go over some of the things that I've manifested. So first off, I manifested a more sound, like, sense of self, like actually loving myself, actually caring about myself. Because I used to hardcore not do that. I did not care what happened to me. I actually hated myself. I actually would wake up so tired of being alive and hoping that I would die. Cause like I never wanted to kill myself, because that's something that they very heavily teach against in the Pentecostal church. Not in a love yourself, take care of yourself kind of way, but in a, well, if you kill yourself, you're gonna burn in hell. So don't kill yourself. That's so fucking stupid. People that kill themselves are so stupid. Don't be stupid. Don't kill yourself. That sort of thing, right? So I'd always had that in me. So like I never actually wanted to kill myself. I just perpetually was in the state of wanting to die, wanting to not be alive, which looking back on now is so fucking sad, because probably my favoriteest thing in the world is being alive. Oh boy, do I love being alive. And so that's probably like the greatest thing that I've manifested throughout all of this, is my sound sense of worth and knowing that I deserve to be alive, knowing that I'm competent and I matter, and that good things can happen to me. I put this kind of peach color on the inside of my eye, and it's actually really fucking ugly, and I hate that. I hate that I made that decision. So we're gonna see if going over it. Also, I do have brushes. I'm not gonna use my brushes. That's fucking stupid. Why would I use a makeup brush when my finger works perfectly fine? So, anyway, I manifested a more sound sense of self. I literally love myself. And I could not imagine myself doing that this time last year. Before this, so that, I feel like my sense of self has really like gone up since the new year. Before then, I had this coworker who I love and adore. I practically worship the ground that this woman walks on. I adore her with everything inside of me. And she was having some familial issues, and she was talking to me because she was looking into buying a new house. Like her husband, they're wanting to buy a house. And she was like, yeah, I really want to move before the new year, but my husband doesn't want to like try and take care of that until after the holidays are over and like we're sort of settled down from that. But like I really want to move before the new year. And I was like, babe, don't even worry about it. I know it's gonna happen. Like, don't, like, go ahead, pick out your house, know where you want to move, start the process, and just know that it's gonna happen before the new year. And she was like, okay, bet. She did end up moving before the new year. I manifested that. I had this friend, another one of my coworkers, whom I also love and adore. She is also getting out of a bad family situation, and she was needing an apartment really bad. And she was talking to me about it, and she was like, oh, like, I'm so nervous. What if I don't find a place? Like, what if I get there and I don't like it? Da-da-da. And I was like, babe, don't even worry about it. Go tour this apartment, and like the first one that you go to look at, it's gonna be yours. Like, you're gonna love it, and you're gonna move in, and everything's gonna be so smooth and so perfect. And she was like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll do that. The first apartment she went to go look at was everything she had ever wanted, and they moved in, her and her daughter, and that's where they're living now, and she's so excited. I did that. I'm trying to think what else I did. Oh, I had yet again, another coworker who had an interview out of state for like this job that she's been training for fucking like forever. So she went and I told her, I was like, hey, it's gonna be good. It's gonna go so good. She went in, her interview did go good. I will keep y'all posted on the news from that because nobody's reached out to her yet, but I know she's gonna get it. So I've been manifesting. Oh, also this winter, so my dad owns an AC repair company, which, don't know if you know, I live in Texas, so AC repair doesn't really do the hottest in the summer or in the winter. So winters have always been really hard for me and my family. And my dad just started this like new branch of his business that he was wanting to do. And I told him, I was like, hey, your business is gonna do really, really good this winter. Like, I already know it. And it did. It went so amazing. He's like always talking to me about how good this winter went. And his business is pretty much booming. Like, business is doing really good for him. I manifested that, right? And then for myself, this year, more recently, okay. So I sort of had a timeline set up of when I wanted to get everything for this year, right? I'm not going to list all of them because one of them is actively in progression, and I don't know if the person actively progressing through this watches my YouTube videos. I'm going to guess that they do, so I'm not going to comment on it. This is the makeup look right now. I'm still working on it. I need to do, oh, my finger just started twitching like really hard. Anyway, so I don't know if this person watches my YouTube videos, so I'm gonna try not to say too much about it, but everything is going according to schedule. There was one thing in particular that, like one affirmation in particular that I've been saying that literally, as we speak, as of like an hour and a half ago, is being played out in front of me. I saw this video maybe about a month ago on TikTok that was like, hey, watch out, February 9th. Something big is gonna happen. It's gonna be great. And I was just sort of like, oh, okay, like I'll keep that date in mind. And then I've been thinking about that date more and more here recently because the thing that I was like, okay, this is gonna happen on this date is getting closer and closer. I was looking at jewelry the other day because I'm thinking of gauging my ears. So I was looking at some jewelry shops that sell like tunnel jewelry, and they had a crazy amazing sale that was going on. Guess when their sale ends? February 9th. My job up front, like the front office, we're having a party. I think it's a Super Bowl party. And everybody's bringing food and it's going to be a lot of fun. Guess what date this party is on? February 9th. The number 9 is a key number in this sort of series of events that's happening. 9 and 2. And I looked up the numerology on those numbers. 9 is a number of completeness, of compassion, of ending of cycles, or ending and beginning of cycles. And 2 means something like fucking like alignment or something. Anyway, everything's lining up for this. I see it and I feel it. I literally don't have any doubts because something else that Gaia said in her video was like, sorry, I have to shut the fuck up while I'm doing my mascara. It's like, you can't, oh no, she was talking about quantum jumping. So like, because that's something else I guess that was covered in the CIA document, is reality literally is whatever you decide it to be. Like how you perceive it, what your awareness is on in your reality. So if I'm thinking, oh my god, everybody hates me, it's so hard for me to like make friends, I'm such a terrible person, then my awareness is going to be on all of the bad things that I do. My awareness is going to be on all of the mean people in my life, right? So that's what I pick out. That's what my reality is. Because reality is whatever you're aware of. If you're not aware of something, it's not in your reality. Not to say that it isn't in reality, period. But it's not in your reality, your perceived reality. So whatever you focus on, whatever has your attention, is what exists in your reality. So your reality can shift at any moment. You literally can change realities, just depending on what you focus on and what you put your awareness on. And that is something heavy that I've been focusing on, is putting my awareness on the good things happening in my life. And that is as simple as like, when shit starts going sideways, being like, I have such a beautiful family and I am so lucky. I truly am one of the few people, well, I'm not going to say few, because it's happening more and more here recently. People like getting out of the church and deconstructing and finding themselves. But I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people who got, oh, my eyes are burning. I don't know why that is. Like, I'm one of the few people in Southeast Texas that has completely gotten out of religion. And like, I'm not chained to that anymore. I really am free. I am one of the few turners who is not a raging alcoholic or drug addict. I'm also the only normal turner. Like, any other turner that you interact with is going to be so fucked up and strange. I'm one of the only ones. I have always been the exception. And that's another big affirmation that I've had here recently is I'm the exception. I'm the exception. Things happen for me that don't happen for other people because I'm the exception. Which has been like so crazy wild because it's been such a good affirmation. But yeah, like when shit starts going sideways, just being like, no, like no matter how sideways this goes, like my life is still good. I still have amazing things that are happening. I have amazing people in my life. I have my amazing sister. I have my best friend who lives 10 minutes away from me. I have crazy, wicked, cool coworkers. I have amazing people. I have an amazing support system. Like, and then everything that's terrible in my life stops being as terrible. Because you have to be aware of the goodness. You have to be aware of the good things that are happening around you and for you. So, anyway, that's been my thing. Focusing on positivity. Not that I'm not allowed to be upset. Like, I know the past couple of days have been really rough for me in terms of, like, anxiety. I've been really anxious. And when I get anxious, it's less of, like, a mental thing. Like, I'm not mentally, like, focusing on things that make me anxious. I'm not mentally, like, playing scenarios over and over in my head. It purely is, like, a physical, like, reaction. Like, something happens to me, and I just, like, physically, my body is like, okay, so we're about to be, like, jumped and murdered. Cool, great. So, like, your world is about to come crumbling down around you. Okay, awesome. Prepare for that. Which isn't true. It's not correct. Bad things can happen to me, and that doesn't mean that, like, my life is about to end. Oh, controversial opinion. My psyche hates to hear that, but it's true. So I deal with my anxiety, right? Because just because you're trying to focus on the goodness doesn't mean that you have to ignore the bad. Like, especially when it comes to yourself. Like, if there's something bad that's happening within you, if you have, like, a physical disease, if you have a mental disease, if you have, you know, a mental illness, like, you have to make room for that. You can't just ignore that out of existence. You probably could. I know some people can. I personally have not been able to achieve that. If you have, fucking let me know, because that's wild. So you can't ignore everything. You can't just sort of affirm your way out of everything. But most things you probably can. And it's about choosing those. Choosing the battles that you know you can win. Anyway, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying anymore. Other than I'm a master manifester. Shit is working out for me exactly the way it needs to. Exactly the way I want it to. And that's something else that I've been super anxious about here these past couple of days. Because I'm like, oh my god, like, this deadline is coming up. Is everything going to happen the way I've been saying it's going to happen? And then I'm reminded so clearly and so loudly that yes, it is going to happen. Because I've decided it's going to happen. And if I decide it's going to happen, it literally, like, it just has to happen. That's just how it works. Sorry. Hate to break it to you. So yeah, really cool shit. I probably should have, like, written a script for this. I was talking to ChatGPT about me making this video earlier, and ChatGPT was like, again, you should, like, write a script. That would probably help you out so much. And I was like, oh my god, thank you so much, ChatGPT. You're so right. I probably should write a script. And then I didn't. Because I like to just yap. But the thing is, when I yap, my brain sort of shuts off. So I don't really know what I'm saying. I'm just fucking going. And a lot of the things that I say don't make sense. So if this video doesn't make any sense, sorry. I can't help it. I'm just having fun. And at the end of the day, that's truly all that matters. all that matters is that I'm having fun. I'm sitting here putting on my makeup. This completely looks nothing like the makeup looks that I looked at. Just wanted to let y'all know. It does not look like anything remotely like those pictures. That's fucking crazy. It's crazy what happens when I like try to do things. But I think it's still kind of pretty. Let's fucking what the fuck? Some powder on this bit. Put some powder on this bit. I got a new piercing. Don't know if I've showed y'all or if you'll even know. Hey, comment kill yourself if you don't care about my new piercing. I'm drooling a little bit. That always kind of happens. I'm always kind of drooling a little bit. Don't say anything about it. Okay. Oh, I got this new, Jesus Christ. I have this new liquid blush. It's the ColourPop Weightless Liquid Blush in the shade Angel Face. And I think it's so cutesy. It's so good. I'm gonna put some fucking highlighter on. Let's see. This is absolutely covered in blush. It's crazy. Draw this shit on. Yeah. Put on a lot of that blush. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll blend it out. Do that. My eyes are like burning. I do not know what's up with that. That's fucking crazy. I do have this one little brush. It's gonna, because especially this eye always ends up looking a bit more crazy than the other eye. I think that's because I'm left-handed, which is evil and vile, by the way. Also, my eyes are kind of, I'm not gonna say hooded, but like my lid space is often covered. So I sort of fucking bring my eyeshadow all the way up to my eyebrows. But also, I think that's kind of like cunt. Like, I think that's kind of really cute. And I love that I do that, actually. Let's try, like, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, that's giving. I love fucking glitter. Glitter's really cool. This is my favorite part about doing makeup. It's just sort of like rubbing shit on my eyes and looking at it and being like, yeah, no, like that looks really good. Yeah, no, like that looks like so good. And it probably does. I don't care too much if it does or not, because I'm having fun, and that's all that matters. Oh, what does she wrote? I can't remember what I brought down under my eyes. I think I brought down raspberry. Yeah. Let's groove tonight. It's awesome life. Why does it look like that? Okay. We can boogie on down. There's more of this bubblegum pink. Sorry, dragon fruit. What is dragon fruit? What the fuck? Well, that's what the photos sort of look like. They sort of bring it all the way up. Yeah. Oh, wait, yeah. Okay, that's where I was going wrong. It's making it look like it was a mistake. You have to make it look like it's intentional. In makeup, everything has to be intentional. Because when it doesn't look like it's intentional, that's when it looks fucking scary. Ooh. Nope. I went a little too crazy. No, it's not a little too crazy. It's fine. Let me put some more mascara on. This video is 30 minutes long. That's crazy. And guess what? Like half of it is and the other half is like silence. Or me just like saying shit. Guys, can I be so for real? When I film YouTube videos, I don't know what I'm saying. Like, probably ever. I think my first couple videos back when I first made this YouTube channel, which I have privated by the way, I think those I scripted. But the past like 2 years, no. And the only difference is that now I don't really have shit to say. I don't have anything to say. I just come sit on here and do my makeup and hope that y'all have fun. Which I know y'all are, because I've had a couple of my subscribers, a couple of my friends come up to me and be like, hey, love your video. Hey, watched your video. Loved that. Which I appreciate. My heart goes out to all of my fans. Let me put something to stick on. I don't know if I want to put it on. No. I have this Smoothie Whip NYX. It's kind of pretty. Kind of a pretty pink. It's not the lipstick I'm gonna wear on Valentine's Day though. I'm gonna wear like a brown lipstick. Sort of balance it out. Also, my lips are so chapped. Oh, that's actually really scary to look at. How chapped my lips are. Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, that's fucking scary. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna ask Cal to ignore that. Anyway, this is the look. I think she's kind of cutesy. It's fucking, my hair's wet. I did just get out of the shower, so whatever. But it's the look. Kind of fucking with it. Anyway, I hope anything that I said about the law of assumption, I hope that it makes sense. And even if it's just like the smallest way, it probably doesn't. But you know what? I intend and I think that it will. And I think that lives are going to be changed through this YouTube video. Anyway, this is 30 minutes long. Bye.